Welcome, everybody. Sportsbook Review. I'm Mike Brenner from The Odds Couple. It's March 29th, and today Pistol Pete is migraine heavy. So with that being said, Jordan Sharp has jumped in, taken one for the team, and he's going to fill in today for the NBA action that we got going on. Last night, I had a kind of a rough night. I was 3-4, 3-1 in NCAA basketball, but 3-4 in the NBA. But I'm not hitting that panic button. I'm getting ready, I know, to go on that playoff run. All right, with that being said, Jordan Sharp's on board. He's going to have a couple picks for the viewers today. Jordan, thanks for being on board, and thanks for filling in and taking one for the team.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Hey, I was 1-1 last night, man. I'm feeling the pain. Roller coaster in the NBA right now, late season. But we're getting to a point that's pretty profitable here, I think close to April. So I think we're going to start to turn things around, get us back in the black before the playoffs start. I'm feeling pretty good about tonight, too. All
right, I like the confidence. I like the breakdown with that. That was beautiful. All right, I'm going to get started right out of the gate. I got two plays in this game. I'm telling you right now, Oklahoma City Thunder went on a 14-0 closing run to beat Dallas 92-91. All right, that really is going to lift their momentum. I really feel they believe they can move up and get another spot in this playoff push. They're at Orlando, and, you know, Orlando's just been that team of inconsistency. What I'm doing is I'm going to take it early. I think that Westbrook and company will have the energy early, and they're going to try to pace themselves, so they're going to want to get a lead. So I'm pulling the trigger. First quarter -1.5 for the Thunder, and also the first half -3. Any thoughts quickly on Oklahoma City and Orlando?
Yeah, they definitely need to start winning some games here. They've gone on a little slump here recently, so I like a little turnaround here against a tanking Orlando team. I think I'd be weary, like you said, of the full game. But yeah, that first half spread is not that bad. First quarter not bad either. So yeah, I think you're definitely going towards the right direction with that one.
And I'm hoping we can cash that ticket. Jordan, hit us with your first pick. What do you got for our viewers?
So we talked a little bit about this in the Google Hangout this morning. I went ahead again, pulled the trigger on this one, so to speak. I think under 107 in the first half of the marquee game tonight between the Golden State Warriors and San Antonio Spurs is the way to go. Without Durant, Warriors are still pretty good defensively this season. They don't get a lot of credit for it. And I think Kawhi Leonard's going to strap himself to Klay Thompson. We're going to see Danny Green all over Steph Curry as much as possible. Danny Green, I don't think as good of a defender as we've seen him over the last couple of years, but still good enough to at least stay in front of Steph Curry and get a hand in his face when he shoots. Whether or not that makes a difference tonight, I think it will, at least in the first half. I'm going to go with the under here. I think we see a playoff style, much more defensive, high-intensity first half before I think the scoring may start to set off here in the second half. But I think under 107 in the first half is the way to go in this one.
You know, and after we did the Google Hangout earlier, I started thinking about it and looked into it. You know what? You're thinking just like Pistol Pete there. That's kind of cool how you're filling in for him today.
That's right.
I like
filling
that.
Right in, baby. I'm coming right off the bench.
There you go. That's it. I love it. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play. Yeah, under 107 in the first half, Golden State and the Spurs. I like that. I think it will be a playoff style, kind of try to figure each other out in that first half especially. I think that's going to be a bonus there. I like that. All right, I'm going to hit you with my next one. I'm going to be riding the first half only, all right, and I got a really good line. First half -3, risking 115 at WagerWeb. They had that line. I'm taking the Clippers, all right, on the first half versus Washington. All right, Washington got a win last night, got a cover, all right, but first half they were locked up, and they're not a big first half team on the road. All right, they're going out to L.A., back-to-back nights. I love it. I think the Clippers get the edge, and they get it early. So first half, -3, pulling that trigger again on those Clippers. Any thoughts on that going up against Washington?
I do like this game. I think for the spread in this one, I think is pretty sharp, both first half and full game. And that's kind of was the first thoughts, because I start usually from the back of the spread at the end of the night, work my way down usually when I'm looking at these games. And that was kind of the first thought I had. But also my other first thought was that this could be a very high-scoring game. Now, usually the Clippers tend to play pretty good defense at home. So one thing that kind of scares me here. But the Washington Wizards are a good basketball team. They're not a great basketball team, but they are a pretty good basketball team. And I think coming off the back-to-back is the key in this one. Because you look at some of the trends for the Washington Wizards on the second night of no rest here. Let me just give them to you real quick. Wizards, best team at cashing the over on the second night of a back-to-back, 13-3 this season.
Wow.
And they are also 23-12 cashing the over on the road, 10-2 cashing the over on the road against the Western Conference. Combine that with coming off the back-to-back, that's all I needed tonight. I saw this under 220 points, and I think it's going in the wrong direction. I think it's going in the right direction. Excuse me. It's on up almost a point and a half at some shops here already. I think you got to grab this over 219.5 here for the game on the Wizards and Clippers tonight.
Is that going to be one of your official picks?
Yeah, that's my second one.
Wow. See, I dug right in there. We pulled it out of there.
Going right into it today.
There you go. All right, again, that was the Clips.
And Clippers Wizards over 219.5.
It's over 219. Okay,
Yep.
wow, and a half. I like that. Good breakdown. You know what? That's a really sharp stat for Washington after back-to-back. So I hope that just doesn't fall into the category in first half to screw my pickup. And I don't think it is. I think, like you said, Washington, a very good team, not a great team, going up against a team that I think this is going to be the last year you're going to see this whole cast together, this circus act. I think Rivers is going to be gone. Griffin needs to be gone. He already should have been somewhere else. You and I talked about that. I'm not a Chris Paul fan. I don't think that guy's even a top 5 either. He doesn't bring it every night at all whatsoever. I've not seen that from him. I know J.J. Redick's banged up, but I think DeAndre Jordan alone, who's my favorite player on that team, I think he's the best player on that team. I think he'll handle this first half. I think it's going to cash.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit you with my next one, Jordan. You've already released your two. New Orleans versus Dallas. All right, Dallas, this team, they better start doing something different, or they're going to be literally just outside looking in. They don't scare me moving forward. Nowitzki's getting older. Wesley Matthews having trouble, staying healthy. Barea and company. I don't know. I think New Orleans has nothing to lose, and you've always had a good call on Boogie Cousins, whether he plays tonight or not. I think Anthony Davis, who still hears a little heartbeat in this playoff race, can carry this team tonight. I'm going on the full game, though. I'm not touching the half. Full game -4.5, and I grabbed that at -115 at BetChris. Any thoughts on New Orleans at home against Dallas?
I think you're definitely going in the right direction with it. I don't know if I'm ready to pull the trigger on it, but I will say this, since it kind of ties into our last game that we talked about. Another one of the reasons I like the Wizards so much is they've been trending the pace up just a little bit here in the month of March. Same thing's kind of been happening in New Orleans at times as well. And I think you could see if they get to play in their style of basketball tonight if Cousins is not on the floor, for instance. Like I haven't even looked at his status tonight. I haven't heard anything new. I'm assuming he's still questionable. But like they tend to play faster, move the ball around a little bit more. He's kind of a ball stopper on offense. That tends to slow down their pace a little bit, push them to a little bit more of a half-court team. I think that could favor Dallas tonight. But if they play a little bit more up-tempo basketball, I do think that you are on the right direction here. I think they could definitely cover that 4.5, 5 points that they're getting at for the game right now.
Yeah, I like it. I just think because they do have a heartbeat, that they're going to be able to get that done. And I'm a big A. Davis fan. That guy will put it on his back. All right, viewers, you heard it. That is the odds couple for today. Jordan, thanks again. Jumping in, taking one for the team. We got some pretty good picks there. And we're looking forward to picking this momentum up as we get towards the end of the season, pushing into playoff time. Jordan, thanks again. And let's get together maybe for the NBA playoffs as we get closer.
Absolutely.
I think you need to jump in with me and Pistol Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, we head down the stretch of that last week of the season and into the playoffs. Absolutely, we'll definitely convene and have a meeting of the minds, so to speak.
Okay, and viewers, thanks for everything. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, all right, and click that like button as well. And also want to just thank again uwager.eu for sponsoring that contest that we had for March Madness. We appreciate you guys as well. All right, this is the Odds Couple. We're out. We'll be back tomorrow. We're coming to you.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.